Let's take your mark. Get set.
An activity that provides friendly competition and enjoyment. A small part of a much larger program that these young people experience. They are cadets. Canadian cadets are approximately 60,000 strong, belonging to individual Army, Sea, and Air Cadet Corps throughout Canada. Instructors are important to the Corps, for without them the organization could not function. But where do these instructors or teachers come from? What qualifications do they hold to enable them to supervise and teach today's youth? How are they trained for this important task? The men and women who teach and instruct cadets are volunteers from almost all walks of Canadian life. Through training, they become Canadian Armed Forces Reserve officers. Before they can reach this position, in-depth courses must be completed successfully at one of the Cadet Instructor List schools located throughout Canada. Phase 1 of this training is the Basic Officer Qualification Course. The aim of this course is to acquaint candidates with the duties and responsibilities of an officer at the corps level. This is done by learning basic military skills, by acquiring military knowledge, and by gaining experience in instructional techniques, both in theory and practice. As this knowledge is gained in part with the assistance of books and manuals, much time is spent studying in the classroom. As each candidate begins to take the first steps towards becoming a Canadian Forces Reserve officer, he or she must acquaint themselves with the rich military history they follow and uphold. At the same time, the candidates study and learn of the cadet movement, its history, aims, and objectives. As history becomes knowledge, the reason for learning about rank structure, protocol, dress requirements and regulations, organization and functions of an officer's mess becomes very clear. These are traditions that must be upheld, part of an officer's duties and responsibilities. This is all part of an education on how to teach. But there are two sides to this military training. Drill. By learning how to perform squad and platoon drill movements, the Cadet Instructor List officer understands the true meaning of an exercise that promotes self-discipline. You wear the uniform. How do you obtain it? For yourself and the cadets. Well, one must learn about the issue and withdrawal of stores and supplies. Candidates must acquire knowledge of the supply procedures carried out at the Cadet Corps level. Administration is an important aspect, too. How do you enroll a cadet? How does one compose a military letter? What are the correct instructional techniques? In theory, the answers are in the classroom, and so is the opportunity to practice what you've learned about being an instructor. Phase 2, Lieutenant Qualification. This course is designed to develop leadership and instructional abilities. A frequently practiced activity for all cadets takes place on the rifle range. The control and safety of these programs lies solely with the instructor. He must become an expert on range safety. The instructor must have full knowledge of the weapon and be able to pass this knowledge on to others. Phase 2 digs deeper into the art of leadership. Books and manuals provide the advanced groundwork, but the most effective method of learning is practice. getting out into the field and testing your skills as an instructor.
The heading on the gravel pit. The gravel pit.
The Lieutenant Qualification Course consists of two distinct sections. One, common to all CIL officers, and two, special to element. For the Army Cadet instructor, particular emphasis is placed upon activities such as map using, orienteering, survival techniques, and field exercises. Here, CIL instructors, whether they be mothers or fathers, company executives or salespersons, can experience and gain knowledge on how to handle various field situations. For the Sea Cadet instructor, particular emphasis is placed upon activities such as seamanship, rigging, berthing and anchoring, navigation, and, of course, sailing. For the Air Cadet instructor, particular emphasis is placed upon subjects and activities such as the principles of flight, air navigation, air rules and regulations. Candidates have to acquire a basic knowledge of the aircraft engine, the airframe, and its related controls. And finally, he or she must demonstrate an understanding of the basic knowledge of gliding. Phase 2, the Lieutenant Qualification. Its objective: further development of leadership qualities, motivation, counseling, and instructional techniques to qualify candidates for promotion to the rank of lieutenant. Phase 3, Captain Qualification. This course is designed as a continuation of training for the cadet instructor to broaden skills and confidence as a cadet instructor list officer.
This will be the only practice that you'll be having before the final parade, so I'd like you to do it as well as you could. The third topic that we're going to discuss this afternoon is...
This course consists of 4 distinct sections: command, administration, training, and supply. Here, officers begin to gain experience in summary investigations. They learn how to handle the media, issue news releases, compose photos and captions. They become aware of financial procedures, rates of pay, allowances, and claims.
As you can see, the dress as well.
Knowledge is acquired on the cost of supplies and how to get the best from each item before it's replaced. The method of conducting inventory checks is studied, as is the withdrawal of temporary and permanent stores. Many areas of training must be studied, performed, and passed before graduation from Phase 3. Training to be able to give guidance, to become a friend when needed. Training to be able to evaluate instruction and to give it. When this final phase has been successfully completed, the officer will then qualify for promotion to the rank of captain. In these training courses, a CIL officer will study and achieve a pass standard on dozens of performance individual objectives, all designed to educate him or her on how to be an effective cadet instructor. With this training program, together with the esprit de corps that is being fostered, officers of the cadet instructors list are being developed as a select group charged with the training of today's Canadian youth.